Quick little update to start today's video for you guys. I've been getting a couple questions in the last couple videos about the Z and about the S10, about literally everything other than the Civics, because that's been like our main focus lately. So the Z actually ended up needing, or well, not needing, but when we got into it, we had made kind of like a build plan for it, but I think it's a better suited build plan for like a winter time, because I've actually been driving this car around. I like driving this car around, and I don't want to have another car in my yard that's dead and not drivable. So we've kind of just left this thing. We haven't touched it a whole lot because we plan on driving it until we can't anymore, and then we can fully send on like a full build on this thing. It needs love, but love is incoming. Now, the other car that I have been getting a ton of questions about lately is this little cube right here. When I originally got the harness like years ago, I intended on making a manual truck, and then we moved home and we did this, and this is gonna be an auto. So I had to get the harness remade to pair up to this transmission that we got, and we actually just got the harness back, like literally maybe a week ago. So that's good, that means we can keep going. The harness was the one thing we were waiting on because we literally can't do anything until we get that to keep it running, keep it going. So that we can basically start at any time, we just gotta find time, and right now we're trying to prioritize a couple different things. So we'll get to it, we have the parts, we just need the time now for the S10 is basically what we're waiting on. And this thing we're fixing today. Alright, so today we're finally gonna be taking care of the eyesore that is this car. If it was paint, I think it would be much better. Like if you get like a nice spoon Civic, they look really, really good, but something about this dip, it's just like really matte and really kind of just looking, I think, and it's aged over time, and it just doesn't do it for me. And especially now that we're like building this car, we have the hood up and it's like yellow and red. They do not go together, dude. So today we got to deal with that. But I wanted to show you guys, because I have been telling you that if you follow me on Instagram, you guys get to vote. So we actually, when we picked up the K24, I gave you guys a vote if you wanted to see an all motor build or if you wanted to see the car get boosted, and that vote has already happened. Obviously, I'm not gonna share those results with you until the time comes. But for example, another thing we did was we had a vote on if we run the gauge pods that are currently in the car. This thing has just 1 million gauges. We got the 2 right here, and then the 3 up the side. 2 plus 3 is 1 million. Or if you guys would rather see like a head unit with all the things, and it was actually, the vote was 75% to do digital gauges. That's what we're gonna do. I just wanted to tell you guys, like, this is how we're working this build. So follow me on Instagram if you don't already, because I will randomly be posting stories with options for you guys to vote on things. So make sure you guys keep your eyes on the stories in the next little while this build is still kicking off. This wrap has been on here for
quite a while.
Yeah, a long time, dude. It's been years, at least 2 years.
Probably, yeah.
I want to say it was 2019.
A good 2, yeah.
It's been at least 2 years. So the first wrap we took off, it would have been on there for maybe 3 months, and then we got the gas situation where it spilled and it ruined it. Don't get gas on your dip, it doesn't work. So this has been on here for 2 years, and I have heard the longer you leave it on, the worse it is to get off. In my defense, I put on as much layers as I had dip, because the more layers you have, the easier it comes off. So I think there's like 9 layers of dip on this car. So you're working over here on this corner. Let me see this boy. Oh, damn. Dude, that's actually thick. Oh, that feels like it might come off real nice.
Should come off pretty good.
Okay, we'll save this because we can definitely use this again.
You want me to try and do a nice piece?
Yeah, let it rip. All right, so
that's a big piece.
medium easiness. All right, let's try and see if we can get this whole thing in one piece. The rest of the hood. Bro!
Back to the way I remember her.
The old red blob. Obviously we could have taken the rivets out of this and making it a little bit nicer, but I'm actually not even gonna keep this hood because the K24, even if we do a hood exit on the K24, they dump in the rear. So the K24 hood exit would be kind of like in that area back there. And there is absolutely no way that I'm gonna be able to repair that hole and have it look good.
Yeah, no.
And this hood's kind of hooped. You guys can see, remember that time our engine almost fell out? Well, yep, put a doinky in the hood. But dude, 2 years, 2 whole years of neglect, really hot engine temps, and outside all winter long under snow, and it actually came off in a sheet. A freaking banana cape. It came off, and you look like you're going on the Maid of the Mist. Only Ontario homies get that, and maybe some New York homies. Dude, we just moved the car over here to take a thumbnail, and I like really like it here. So update, that's why the car's magically spun around now. I'm leaving it like this because it's refreshing. I guess the last question is, do we take it off the wide body or no?
My opinion is you let the poor bastard that buys this thing peel it off.
So I don't know how this happened. Maybe because right here is like round on both sides, so when I dipped it, it like spread itself out. Honestly, I have no idea. But this is probably why people complain about their dip. Because look at this. This could even be just the texture of this piece. This is the issue when you don't have enough dip. Just rips. Just continuously rips in little chunks, and it's annoying as frickin' heck, dude. There's a couple spots that you guys are gonna see that we didn't put full effort into, but that's because we're gonna have to end up like replacing it. The hood actually came out pretty good, but like this, we're gonna kind of leave because it doesn't matter, we're getting rid of the hood. There's a couple other things we're gonna have to get rid of, like this hatch. Actually, this is a good time to say, we decided we're doing another vote when this video goes live. The last one, I did it a day later to give everybody a chance to get over there and, you know, see the video and stuff, but this one is going out the same day this video goes live. You guys get to vote if we keep this wing or we do a different wing. Regardless, I think this car's always gonna have some sort of wing, whether it's like a duckbill spoiler or like the Rocket Bunny style wing, where it's like kind of like this, but it comes off like the hatch. Or if we go ahead and we keep this massive thing, maybe we can get some custom committed crew wing mounts and get this wrapped in carbon fiber or something. If we keep this one, it's gonna look super, super sick when we're done with it. If we get something else, it's just gonna be a little bit cleaner. So you guys go right now, vote, let us know what to do about this freaking thing. As soon as we take it off, there's holes in the hatch, and I think I would like to get a carbon hatch. I think that would be super nice. We also got stuff like this bumper, which is just haggard, dude. I mean, it's just not good. But like I told you, the main thing that we wanna look at now that we got all this off is like the shape of all the rust repairs we did in the past, because we're really hoping that they held up, but it was all our first time doing anything with this car. So hopefully our first rust repairs were good. We're gonna find out. First, we gotta remove some of this cake, dude. Okay, so this works for the cake. It gets all the gunge off, but it's not doing what I thought on the wrap. We might need to put this thing on super blast mode.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, it only works when it's thick enough to actually peel, you know? Because this is a nice spot. We just didn't unwrap that yet. But like this stuff seems to not want to come off. It's like it's too thin to get it up.
Like any rice bowl, you gotta clean the bowl out, so we gotta pop the hood.
It's still super custy, but I like spraying stuff like this down because like all this paint came off. So it just goes and shows us like what we might have thought was still a quality spot. It's not holding up at all. A little bit of power washing takes all that off. It's not super clean, like I didn't brush it with some soap, but it got all like the dirt out. So at least when we're working on it, we won't be dirty. It won't look perfect, but it won't be dirty. Dude, I kind of miss this. The red and the black with no wide body kit on it. I mean, it looks kind of haggard, but it doesn't look like funny. It just looks red and black and kind of nice.
I almost want to keep it red.
This door trim, I think we're just gonna have to pull off. And then before we do any sort of like paint prep or anything, what we'll do is we'll get like some acetone and go around and just acetone the shit out of everywhere there's dip, because it'll just kind of melt off with the acetone. So that's gonna be a step that we have to do. For today, the reason this looks like this is because we had the body kit spaced, but on the car when we dipped it, that way we only had to do one thing. So like some of the dip overspray and stuff got in here, so now there's like whatever, a little bit of extras. But the thing that caught my eye when we were cleaning this actually though is, what's this? I don't know what's happening here. This is all seam sealer, obviously over top of metal, so it looks shitty. I would like someone to explain to me what happened. It's as though we've missed a whole pile of fucking rust. This whole thing's fucked. That hole must have somehow, we must have bypassed that when we did the fix, and shit got in there and rotted this. But the good thing is like the wide body comes to here, so we could literally cut that out and it doesn't have to be there. And while we're busy taking off things we no longer want, I gotta take these seats out. This one is literally already, there's so many parts in this car. This one's already 50% out, dude. I don't know when the last time the rear bolts were in this seat. But these, dude, these seats are freaking historical landmarks.
Dude, they really are.
These seats have been in Emerson's 240, my BRZ, and the Civic. They also just kind of suck. Once we hit our power goal that we're trying to achieve with this, these seats, when we give it gas, are just gonna be like, whop, whop. Just kidding. I'm kind of glad they're gone. Since I'm feeling super interactive with you guys lately, we have made a Facebook page where you guys can buy our parts. Or like, how would you tell them that?
Okay, I'll tell them. Okay. When this guy is modifying his cars or whatever, putting parts on, we've noticed that like some of you guys might want the old part that we're taking off. And so we made a Facebook page that basically is for that. So anything we pull off the car that is still salvageable and you guys might want, or like whatever, you know, sometimes it's hard to find parts. We have a Facebook page now that will have all of the stuff that we take off the cars for you guys to check out. And if you want it, whatever, most of it will be like, just throw us an offer. And then every once in a while, you know, we're gonna have a price, obviously, if it's worth
worth something. But for the most part, I always take stuff off and you guys send comments and emails and DMs and you're like, can I buy this, can I buy this, can I buy this? And lots of times, like parts we took off this car, some of them are kind of shitty, like the exhaust and whatever, but they're still usable. They're still, someone can do something with them. So we made a Facebook, it's called Committed Crew Parts. Ideally locally, but when we take something off, you can go there, wait for it to pop up. It might take 2 weeks after we take it off to get around to us posting it, but we have a designated area where all our stuff goes that we take off that we do not want. Because my front garage, dude, that shit's like a Napa Auto Parts right now, but strictly for tuners. Like you can't even move. We've been adding stuff to this page for like a couple weeks, a week.
I'd say like about a week, a little over a week.
And now we're gonna share it with you guys. It might not be perfect. The page might be kind of fucked up. We don't really know how to make Facebook groups. We're not real big Facebook guys, but Chris did it. So if it sucks, blame Chris. It's his fault. Go down and comment the reds don't match if you guys are still here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out and stay committed.